What's going on, everyone? My name is Sherwin, and today we are at the service center addressing a previous issue with the Cybertruck. They're going to take a look at the missing slat repair. And so if you haven't checked out the video where I did a test, a water test, a leak test after the supposed repair, please go check it out. But yeah, it continues to leak. The tonneau cover design isn't like bad because the leak is only happening in that upper area where the water channel was exposed. And from the previous fix, they said that they covered up the exposed water channel, but I don't think they did a leak test or sealed it up. So there might be a missing step. I went ahead and did a test drive with our good friend Scott, who always does the test drives when I'm here and when I need to show him some things about the rattle issue with underneath the steering wheel. So I was kind of able to replicate, but then he's like, you know what, let me tap on the steering wheel. He did, and I'm like, yeah, that's the noise right there. I showed him the piece where I thought is the one that's causing it vibrating, but he may have a different thing on there, so they're gonna take a look. So I'm glad that we were at least able to replicate it enough to where he can diagnose, or his team can diagnose it. But shout out to Marisol. She got me a blue Model X 7-seater loaner. I think it's blue with white interior. We may do a video on that because I've never had a 7-seater. But they are going to keep the Cybertruck over the weekend. It was supposed to be only a one-day event, a one-day appointment. So but she's like, you know what, we're gonna keep it an extra couple of days just to spend more time on it. So that's what they're gonna do. They're also gonna check out the panels that were not installed appropriately or completely, because I don't know. Another service appointment. You know, I'm just here to share all the good, all the bad experiences of owning a Tesla and Rivian. So don't get me wrong, it happens to Rivian also. It just happens more often with Tesla. All right, we are walking towards our blue Model X with white interior, and the Cybertruck near it or next to it looks familiar. I've seen it somewhere before, but he has his light bar installed, and looks like lights on the front bumper. Interesting. Might be aftermarket. But yeah, this is the Model X that we were given. Seven-seater, white interior. Man, those seats have taken a beating. Woo! Y'all need to clean your butts before sitting down. I don't know, man. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and put our stuff down. We're gonna see what I was pushing this because I'm so used to the Cybertruck. Okay, so this looks like a September 2022 build. Has the yoke steering wheel, and it looks fairly new because probably the previous one started peeling. But yeah, I kind of like the blue and white combination. Sticker's something new. It says, please return loaner with 80% charge. And then loaner return fees after 24 hours of service completion is $100 a day. So that's something new. Well, not new, but I've mentioned it in previous videos that once you get that alert, you need to return that thing within 24 hours or they will start charging. And now there is a $250 smoking and pet hair fee. And I'm like, that last white one that they were supposed to get me, I hope that guy or that girl, that lady, whoever borrowed it, got charged that $250 because it smelled like Drakkar and cigarettes. I'm telling you. So hopefully they do that, because man, some of you guys who get loaners just don't give a man. Take care of these things because we all got to share it. All right, so before I leave, I just want to take a closer look at this Cybertruck. Something caught my eye. So this is a foundation series, it looks like, but look at this. I love how this turned out, this part right here, where you can see the American flag, like a shadow of it, or I don't know how you want to explain that, but just check that out. I like that. Pretty nice. If this is your truck, shout out to you. If you're watching my video, shout out to you. I like this design right here. Look at that. That's awesome. Okay, I'm still here. They called me before I left. I had to sign an aftermarket waiver, and I'm like, I was just here a few weeks ago, and how come you guys didn't have me sign that? Because it's the for the seat covers and for the running boards. I'm like, all right, well, let me go sign it, whatever. And like, I'm not gonna have issues, right? Because last time I brought it here with the running boards, no issues. They're like, nope, just need to get it signed. I'm like, okay. So I signed it. So here are a few Model Y Junipers. You know, I used to like the white color, at least for my Model Y and Model 3, the previous ones. I don't know about the white Juniper color. I don't know how I feel about this. Let me know what you think about the white color. Yeah, I'm not really feeling this one. I like the darker colors. That gray one, I don't even know the colors anymore, but this gray one looks nice. Let's go take a look at the front and the rear. I kind of like this one. Even the red, is it ultra red still? Even that color I don't really like, but yeah, this color I kind of like. Here is the rear and the front. Take a look. I like this one more than the white. The white ones are right next to them. Yeah, I don't know. These aren't even the launch editions anymore. These are the non-launch editions, so I don't know if they just removed the badge. Although they would have to remove the door seals also, and the charging pad launch series. Yeah, they don't have the launch series thing on there. So maybe these are really non-launch series. Oh, and these are the tires or the wheels without the covers. They look pretty nice. I don't know. What do y'all think? Yeah, no more launch series badges. I don't know. I kind of like them. I kind of like these wheels not covered. Let's take a look at, is it curb rashable? Looks like there's a lot more meat. The wheels aren't sticking out. I kind of like that. Unlike before. Look at that. That's interesting. Alright, it is a couple days later, Monday, and we've gotten a message saying that the Cybertruck is ready to get picked up. But yeah, so let's go and hope for the best. Alright, we are back here at Service Center. Bunch of Cybertrucks here. This is the area where it's either loaners or customer cars that are either in service or needs to get picked up. I don't know where mine is. I already walked this side and I can't seem to find it. I looked in my app in the location and it's not where it's supposed to be. So we're gonna walk, although maybe it's over there, but I don't know. The quickest way I could identify it is I do have my name, my sticker on the window, and then I could also look at the running boards if there's running boards installed. But we're gonna go look for it. Alright, we found the truck. Let's go take a quick peek and then go inside and talk. Oh, I think they washed it. Man, or it's because they got it all wet. I don't know. Oh man, is this already a misalignment or what? Man, what the hell, dude? Come on. What the heck? Okay, well, at least this is fixed, right? But this, dang, man. Look. Oh, come on. Really? Let me go look at another Cybertruck to see how this piece is there. All right, so hopefully this is not a customer's thing, but look, it's lined up pretty good. Well, as good as it can be. There's two more. Yeah, I don't think these are Tesla owned. These are customer owned, so I don't want to touch it. But yeah, they are lined up okay. Well, this one isn't. But let's go. I think there's a loaner in that one corner. Let's go and check it out real quick. This one I'm pretty sure is a loaner. How do I know? It's because there's a Tesla sticker on the windshield right up top. So that's how I know it's a loaner right there. So let's take a peek and see what this looks like. I mean, it's on there pretty good. Yeah, it's on there pretty good. See? Man, see, this is what I'm afraid of every time I'm picking up the car. It's like you got to do their job of inspecting. And the funny thing is, on the invoice, like on the list of things to do, it's like additional, like extra, what is it called? Like inspection. And that trim piece is right next to the trim piece that they were supposedly repaired. So let's go take another look before we go back inside. Yeah, I mean, look, it's not. See, it's kind of loose. So hopefully, maybe when they take a look, when I mention it to them before I pick it up, that they can easily just tighten it up, something. I don't know, because it wasn't like that. Look, what's up with that, man? Yeah. Well, we'll see what's up. Let's go inside and show them. All right, so they walked to another Cybertruck and double checked as if like I was lying or something. But they did something, and look, this is much better right now. Everything's like lined up as within spec, but look, it's not loose, right? Not like earlier. Y'all saw that earlier. Man, see? Dude, that only took 3 minutes. The tech came out here and it took less than 3 minutes, actually. Why couldn't it be done, you know, before letting me know that it's completed? So I know a lot of y'all are gonna be like, stop going to that service center. Well, this is the most convenient location for me because it's the closest one. And I'm not gonna stop going here because I want to point out the issues that their service like has, because I'm not the only customer here, and I'm just trying to point it out so that they could at least improve. I mean, I could go to another location that's a little further away, but like this is the most convenient location for me, so it's kind of hard to go elsewhere. Now I am planning on having my suspension looked at on the Model Y Performance because it's squeaking. And I'm having second thoughts of bringing it here. Heck, I don't even consider this place for you know, tire rotation or anything, because if they forget to put panels back in place, what more if they mess around with my suspension or tires, man, wheels. But yeah, we'll go over the invoice and go from there. All right, we are supercharging. It is past 10. I still got a polo on. The day doesn't end. We are supercharging because my Model Y is what I use for work, and that's charging at home right now. And 10 o'clock and beyond, 10 p.m., it's cheaper rates, 34 cents here at the supercharger. Unfortunately, it's 72 kilowatt in speed. So we're currently sitting at 42% in the Cybertruck, and it's going to take 40 minutes to get to 80%. So we're going to do the invoice breakdown of this part of the video while we are charging, because I don't want to plug this in after the Model Y because I just want to sleep. I don't want to get up in the middle of the night and swap plugs. Okay, so the invoice, what we got is customer states water leaking through tonneau cover. I sent him a video, just like the video I did on this channel. That's what I sent him. Here are the repair notes. Technician inspected and verified water leakage through the tonneau cover as shown in customer's video. Issue was caused by improper sealing. Shout out to Cobra, because Cobra even texted me and said, you know what, they may have covered that water channel, but they didn't mention any seal. So he was on the money. So it looks like there is an issue with the sealing, which was confirmed during the inspection. Technician adjusted the exterior trim, reworked the tonneau slat system. Ingress is no longer present, ensuring the fix was successful. But here's the thing, y'all. And a few of you guys commented in the previous video about the water leak test. Also, people reached out on other social media platforms and was like, look, the tonneau cover is a way to protect your valuables inside, but it is not waterproof. And so this next thing I'm going to read kind of confirms that. This is from Tesla itself. So it says, caution, although the tonneau cover protects contents from majority of water during rain, snow, etc., it does not make the cargo bed waterproof. Water ingress and or condensation can occur. Therefore, do not store items that can be damaged by water under the tonneau cover. Store water sensitive items in the cab, under bed compartment, or powered trunk. And you could also get some storage bins. I've shared with you that the storage bins that I use, you could also do that as well. So that is enough for the tonneau cover. I don't think I'm going to do any more tests. I'm just going to be a little bit more careful. But if you do want me to still do the test, do let me know in the comments below. And hopefully when I get time, I will do that still. But I won't be surprised, and I'm not going to bring it back to service if water still goes in. It's just the way it is. The next one is that rattle under the steering wheel. So technician verified rattling noise from steering wheel noticeable on rough roads and when tapped. So he tapped on the steering wheel and the rattle was there. The noise was due to a loose interior trim, and insulation was recommended as the solution. Technician adjusted the interior trim to eliminate the rattle, and post-repair validation test drive confirmed the noise was no longer present. They are correct. The rattle is no longer there. I drove it after picking it up. We ran some errands, and yeah, rattle is no longer there. So thank you. Good job, Tesla. So this one was a random opening again. It was that Sunday, the week after we picked it up, 3:18 a.m. Don't ask me why I woke up and suddenly checked my phone that the tonneau was open. I don't know, just had that inkling feeling, but I had the notification. But it said inspected both tonneau motors for proper installation, found that the calibration and functions had no issues, inspected logs, and customer timestamp found that customer is requesting the tonneau to open through the app. So more than likely, maybe I rolled over on my phone and clicked the tonneau to open. Who knows? Or Abby has access to, and while she's watching her Korean novellas, she misclicked. I don't know. But that was the only time it happened after the previous service visit. So I think that it's not going to happen anymore. Crossing my fingers. Okay, so next up is the side trim pieces. The one that you saw me do the flapping on the previous video. Technician inspected the vehicle and confirmed that the side trim pieces of the tailgate were loose. The issue was due to improper seating of the applique. The technician retrofitted the sail applique set, ensuring all parts were correctly installed and secured. After the repair, technician verified the applique was properly seated and secure. And then finally, this one's kind of makes me laugh. Repair quality lead final inspection check. This is because I had to go back because I got the car in a different state, a different condition than what it was supposed to be in the invoice. Meaning, why is there issues after repairs? They should have done inspection. So now they created this line item in the invoice. Technician performed final inspection and post-repair validation. And again, they mentioned the whole tonneau cover thing with the water and all that, the ingress. But if they really did this quality lead final inspection check, then how come my tailgate like trim was not seated properly? I don't know, y'all. I mean, I have a good number of videos on this channel with the Model X where we get the Model X back in worse condition than how we left it. Like, there's always going to be a remaining issue. But you know, here's my conclusion on the experience of the many times I've taken the Tesla into service. I'm gonna keep doing it. I don't know what to tell y'all, cause Tesla, for what we're looking for, Tesla's giving it for us. Like, aside from the quality stuff, we've been pretty happy with our ownership experience. Here's the thing. With all the issues that we get, Tesla is right there to take care of it in their way. You know, whether I have to go back for more issues or not, it's like submit a ticket and boom, you know, schedule the appointment, they take care of it. And it's just rinse and repeat, you know? I don't know if that experience will also be the same with other manufacturers. So like, let's say, oh, you know, we don't want a Cybertruck anymore, let's get a Ford Lightning. Would Ford, through the dealership, okay, this is not like Ford the manufacturer, but this is third-party dealership, like family-owned, whatever, you know, authorized dealerships. Would I get the same treatment? Like, you know, every time I set up an appointment, would it be handled the same way, where I'm not going to have any, you know, like pushback or whatever? Because every time I schedule an appointment, you know, Tesla's always there to entertain my request, my service appointment. Like, they look through it, and of all the appointments I've had related to warranty, no cost except for time, except for my patience, you know. Sure, it's frustrating. Sure, why does it always happen? You know, it's junk, garbage, whatever you feel. For me, like, I'm always confident that whenever there's an issue, Tesla's going to take care of it in their own way. So that's why it's just, I can't look at anything else except for, you know, like those actual EV companies, not legacy automakers, because that dealership, that gap between the manufacturer and the customer is that dealership. And that is a big concern of mine. Because again, before EVs, I've owned numerous cars that went through the dealership model, legacy automakers. So I've experienced it. And I'm not going to say it was always bad, and I'm not going to say it's always good, but it's just a different experience with Tesla anyway, and Rivian, because those are the two that I have experience with. And sure, in my experience, they break often. Well, the Tesla ones break often. Model X and Cybertruck. Model 3, Model Y, no issues. Not as much. But that's why I'm fairly confident to always keep buying Tesla until other manufacturers catch up. You know, if Ford all of a sudden finally allows me to buy directly from Ford, you know, or any other manufacturers, then I will seriously consider those other brands. But until then, I really can't. As much as that VW ID.Buzz, that Volkswagen ID.Buzz is growing on to me, and I'm very curious, but the biggest hurdle is that dealership. I want to take a look but I don't want to step foot in the dealership. They're just gonna, you know, like, oh, I want all the information about you so that I could keep bugging you about, oh, are you gonna buy? Are you gonna buy? Are you gonna buy? I don't want to go through that process. I really don't. Yeah, it breaks a lot. It breaks a lot, but Tesla is there and they will continue to fix. Now, as far as going to the same service center, you know, I don't know. Like, that's the most convenient location. And I talked to some of you all on, you know, DMs and PMs, private messaging, direct messaging, and, you know, and I always suggest, you know, try another service center if you're not having luck with the current one you're going to. Yet, I don't even follow that advice. But, you know, I also look at it as I'm not the only customer that goes to that location. Man, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking that I'm the person that could change that service center to where they would actually improve. So, I mean, that's really it. I mean, I'm glad, I'm happy Cybertruck's back. Everything seems to be resolved and fixed. Until the next one, man, I knock on wood, I hope there is no more next. Now, we did take the Model X to a band competition over the weekend, so that video should be coming out after this video, so stay tuned for that. I got some things I wanted to share with that experience. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please like. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And if you haven't watched that water test, the tonneau cover water test, please go check it out.